and this time we're doing basic floor slides. So we're going to work on floor slides that take us from standing down into the floor, but before we do that, I think it's a little bit easier to maybe start at the middle point if this is a new idea for you. So we're going to start at the mid-range first, but before we do that, I want you to think about two different things. The first is the sequencing of your body, and the second is how your weight is shifting from side to side. And both of these are going to be super, super important, not just for safety and for anatomical purposes, but also just for continuity and for continuing a sense of flow when you're in that moment. So let's start in the lunge. I think let's put this right leg forward and send the left leg back. And what I want you to think about is bringing this left shin forward toward your downstage, let's call it your downstage right corner. So this left shin wants to come forward first. And as that left shin comes forward, I'm dropping the pelvis down toward the floor. Now you can already see that my right leg is starting to internally rotate a little bit. I'll talk about that in a second. But for right now, I just want you to get this first sequence. So right leg is in front, left leg is behind, and that left shin will come through the legs and shift forward as I drop the pelvis. So here I'm putting the weight onto the left hand and the left arm, so I can keep that pelvis from clunking down. And as I bring that left shin through, you can already see that right leg again. That right leg is going to actually connect both knees together. Yeah? So I have left shin through, right shin connects. So as I connect that right knee toward the left, I'm thinking about pushing away with the left hand. So my energy continues to go down a diagonal line versus just coming straight down and clunking straight down. So as these connect, I'm pushing with this left, my pelvis is sliding across the floor, and then I'm bringing the right hand into the game as well. Using the right hand to push as both legs extend, I'm coming to the left side of the body and then softening on toward the stomach as both legs finish that extension. So again, that sequence is starting in a lunge. We're thinking about left shin through, right connects as I'm pushing from that left, right arm pushes as well as both legs extend, and I end on the stomach with a fully extended body. So again, the sequencing is very, very important. So there's a different timing for when my left hand is pushing to when my right hand joins in that push. And then that right hand joining in the push as well is what helps continue the illusion that we're sliding further away from where we started, even though we're not actually going that far, right? The illusion of the slide comes from where your left hand starts and sending both hands to be fully extended away from that singular point. So for example, if I have the left shin through, my left hand is here, right? The illusion comes from being in a compact place, moving in this compact place, and then pushing from that singular point, that left hand, to be fully extended out. So we can see in our sequencing, or if the audience can see in your sequencing, that you're going from compact to expanded. That last little moment of expansion helps create the illusion a little bit more. It makes it feel like you're moving further than you actually are. So now I'm going to talk about your weight shifts just a little bit. So if we come back to that lunge, we talked about sequencing very briefly, right? The shin through, the right connects. I'm on the left side of my body here. So in terms of how your weight shifts, you want to feel like you're going from your left side through your center, right? So in this particular basic one, our weight's going to actually settle in our center. But if we think about that sequencing from going from left to right, then we can also add cooler tricks and things from this floor slide later on. But for right now, we're thinking about sliding onto our left side here, and then as our right side pushes, we want to settle our way from our left to our center as that right arm pushes away. And then if we get this weight shift, right, from left to center, from left to center, that allows us later on to be able to find a sense of flow if we want to continue on into something else. So let's talk about getting from standing down into the lunge. In this case, we're going to do the same sequencing, right? Having the right leg in front. You just want to be walking in any direction. Just make sure you have that right leg in front. And then as you bring that left hand down, you're sending everything back into a lunge. You can go back to where you just started, right? So if we're thinking about a left and a right going down into that lunge, you can shoot that left shin forward right away, right? So we have a left and a right to the lunge to slide and push. Left, right to the lunge, slide and a push. A little bit fuller in speed, we can think about something like left, right. And there you have it, super basic floor slide. Always recommend trying on both sides. Mess around and see if you can find some variations for yourself. We're going to be showing you guys some variations that I like to do a little bit later on, but just to give you the basics, we'll start with this. We'll see you next time.